Hello, I'm Mac, at least for a day, and everything's going to be okay. This will be episode 4 of In Search of the Ancients, the series where I search for the giant buildings in the No Man's Sky Origins era and get all the new lore from them. So, I think the first thing I need to do is warp to a new system. Yeah, I already explored this one. So let's warp, and then... yeah, I've got enough charts for one more building at least. Oh, I should probably debrief my frigates real quick. Let's do that, send them off, and then we'll warp and explore. Finally found the stuff to get frigate fuel. And one thing I know is I get the special artifacts from frigate missions that I could try exchanging at the giant buildings, the weird lock thingies. So I think I'll do that. I think I'll save any artifacts I get from frigate missions and try exchanging them. See if I can get something better, worth more. Alright. Yeah. Debrief. Oh no, that one's not back yet. Some of them were pretty long, I guess. Units. Organic catalyst, cryopump. Cool. Magnetized ferrite. That's it. Wonder if I got any artifacts. Nope. Nothing yet. Hi, Joe. Good to see you. Nope. I don't think I'll send off any more missions. Yeah, there's 3 missions still out, so we'll do that later. Just sell the cryopump and organic stuff. Cool. Alright, now we will warp. As usual, it needs to be a Korvax system, because I'm getting all the Korvax lore first. Oop. There's one. Joe says build more rooms, but only if you can send ships out solo. What? You're talking about building more command rooms? Why would I send ships out solo? I guess I could send S ranks out solo. But it only really lets you do 5 missions, at least for a while. If you wait long enough, eventually new missions pop up. But usually you can just do 5 missions, so that's why I only do 5 rooms. I can get 10 freighter missions going. Wow, impressive. Do you have to warp really far to get new missions to pop up? Or is it time-based, or what? Okay, let's use the charts. I've decided to only do one chart at a time. Just go ahead and discover the building that it shows, then use another chart. Oh, so we got a cactus planet. We'll see if there's anything cool about it. I forgot. I have to wait till stuff loads in before I can land. Didn't used to be that. I think it may have started when they added terrain tessellation. I think that's when it started taking longer for stuff to load. We've got some weird assets on this one. Let's check them out. Wow, that's freaky. It kind of looks like a... It looks almost exactly like a... What is it? Termite? Is it termite hills? Wait, these look like those termite colonies that they build and then anteaters eat them. This looks like pots of honey. That's very interesting. But yeah, so these must be beehives then. So this is a beehive, and they've got giant pots of honey somehow. That's just weird. That's so random. So apparently I found a honey-producing planet. Of course, there is honey in the game. Isn't there? Wait, there's milk. I don't know if there's honey. Can you get honey? Oh, we got more crystal creatures. It's a predator! Oh my gosh! So the new types of creatures can be predators. That is so cool. I've never... Ah, dang it. I haven't seen any of the new types of creatures be predators yet. That's the first time. Well, that's too bad I had to kill it. Huh. Well, it's good to know that the new creatures can be predators. That makes things more interesting. Didn't give me any crystal flesh when I... Oh, it did. It gave me crystal flesh. Cool. Oh my gosh, there's actual bees flying around them. Are they scannable, or are they just part of the asset? No, yeah, they're part of the asset. The multicolor wood, still growing, inorganic. The root structure is inorganic. Nutrient source entrapment, multicolor wood. Cool, so yeah, there's actual swarms of insects flying around it. They look more like, here, let's use photo mode. They look, actually they are bees. They're literally bee-like creatures. Looking at them closer, you can see that they're made out of flat surfaces. But I mean, you gotta do something to not overload the game's graphics or memory. But yeah, they're basically bees. 4-winged bees. Cool. So I found a planet with beehives with honey on them and everything. It's too bad I can't like actually harvest the honey. Like it's an actually new food resource. It's just an asset that looks cool. But yeah, pretty neat thing. Yes, there is honey. Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember how you get honey. There's some way to get honey. I don't remember how. This terrible hills are bees' nests. Gives honey. Cool. Wait. They don't actually give honey, do they? Because there's no way to... Oops. I mean, it just says they give carbon. They don't actually drop honey, do they? Oh my gosh, they actually give honey! Oh, that's so cool. They didn't say they gave honey when you scanned them, but they do give honey. Let's see if everything... Yeah, they all give sticky honey. Oh, that's awesome. So, some of the new assets do give something unusual. I'm going to have to just start destroying everything and seeing what they give. It'd also be really cool if you destroyed the ones with bees on them and the bees attacked you. But that's probably asking a bit too much. But yay, that's really cool. We've got some new special items that drop from the new assets. Oh man, I'm going to have to start destroying everything and seeing if they drop something unusual. That's so cool. So this is a whole planet full of sticky honey. Oh my gosh, I've got to make a base here so that I can come here and get all the sticky honey I want later when I start... I want to do a cooking series someday. I'm gonna make a base here and name it Honey. Honey Fields or something. That is so cool. Yay. We finally got special new stuff that gives unusual resources. Named it Honeyfields. Cool. Alright, let's move on. I need to search for a base. Oh yeah, I remember. It's blob creatures that give sticky honey. That's what it was. Shelter. Cool, it's on a different planet. That's not a shelter, that's a boundary failure. Cool, so they can lead to boundary failures. Which means this is an exotic planet. Skeletal, nice. I haven't been to a bone planet in a long time. Let's go check this out. Interesting, boundary failures count as commercial buildings. Wonder if there'll be... Wonder what creatures there'll be. Because they made normal creatures stop appearing on exotic planets, so it'll be interesting. Is there going to be less creatures, or is there just going to be more exotic creatures? Between worlds. Flora are between worlds here. Don't see any creatures yet. Let's see. Dang, there's just one creature. I think they took creatures out of the exotic planets when they removed the normal creatures. Dang it. Why didn't they just add in more exotic creatures? That would have been better. Oh well. Let's do this boundary failure just for the heck of it. This is old lore from back in the next era. Subroutine, Sentinel, Dispatched, Intervene. I think I read this one last time. So it might be Yeah, whatever. Might be repeating. I'd like to find the creatures here, see what they're like. Probably the bone creatures that stick out of the ground. This was like the first new exotic that I found after the Visions update. There's the creatures. Yep, it's just the moving bone creatures. Cool. This was kind of the beginning of creatures that stick out of the ground, like the new eyeballs and stuff that we got. Cool. Well, that's good for this place, I think. There's meteors going off. Oh yeah, I should discover this. I should have discovered the other one so that I could get discovery data back. Forgot about that. Or navigation data back. Minor settlement. It's back on honey fields that I found. Oh no, is it the exact same place? Or is it a different one? Hopefully, yeah, it looks like it's a different one. Hi PM. Looks like Diplos went extinct on New Lenin. I hope Diplos didn't go extinct everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of creatures changed. Diplos are not extinct everywhere. Some friends of mine have found giant Diplos already, so they definitely still exist. They reduced the number of fauna. It was causing the scanning extinct creatures bug. Oh, I see. That's too bad. I forgot. Can't land yet. Gotta wait. There we go. Pretty cool. I've got infinite source of honey now. I mean, you can technically get infinite honey from creatures, but it's a little more difficult. You have to make bait, feed them, wait for them to be feedable again, etc. Now I can just run around destroying beehives and get honey. Well, there's also giant flying crabs here. Last Diplo I found was a bit of a midget, but I think that was way back when Next first launched. Yep. Okay. Dang it. I keep getting minor settlement. I'm gonna try using more than one. Dang it, that just wastes them. I wish it wouldn't take the chart when it doesn't reveal anything to you. Well, this one's on a different planet at least. Boiling planet. If I use up all the charts that I have in this star system and don't get a celestial archive, I'll go to another star system. Planet Honeypot, name it Pooh Beartopia. Okay, I gotta wait. We got a hot planet. Looks mostly standard. It's got some bright red. Ooh. Bright red stuff. Never know when you find a really good experimental multi-tool or something. My movement is acting kind of weird. I guess by now you've heard that Genshin Impact. I had no idea it was going to be free to play. I've never heard of Genshin Impact. I have no idea what that is. Okay, let's see if we can find one this time. It's like Breath of the Wild meets YS. What's YS? The game I'm interested in that's like Breath of the Wild is what's it called? Phoenix Rising or something? I forget. Dang it. Shelter. Come on, give me Celestial Archive. Yeah, back to the... it's the boundary failure again, or it's a boundary failure again. Immortals Phoenix Rising. I'm interested in that game. Comes out in December. Almost out of charts. Oh, pronounced eyes is a JRPG live action combat mechanics. Oh, cool. I would have called it Yeast. Or Yes. Ugh. Oh, here I've been pronouncing it Wise, says PM. I'm glad you told me that I need to wait for stuff to load in before I can land. Now it's a lot easier to land. Just have to be patient for a little bit. Can't tell if this is the exact same one I was at. We'll be able to tell if I can use the boundary failure again. Yeah, it's a different one. Thankfully, a while back they did a fix where they made made the planetary charts not always send you to the exact same place. That was a good fix. Now it gives you a random building somewhere in the star system instead of always giving you the same place.
How do you... Oh, apparently I can't block them from commenting on my chat. Oh wait, here it is. There we go. There's the thing. There we go. Okay, spam bot is banned.
Okay. Ah, minor settlement. This is not going well today. Keep sending me to the same types of buildings, doesn't give me Celestial Archive.
Gacha games are the ones where you spend an in-game resource to summon a new hero, with luck often being a big factor with the hero you get. Typically have microtransactions to buy more summoning chances.
Cool. Wonder if I should just try looking for a giant building on this planet. I might. May as well. This planet seems to have a high frequency of buildings. That's cool. Look, it's another right here. One problem is it takes a little time for the big buildings to load in, so it's easy to miss them. Gotta go a little slow, I guess.
Poor kid smashed up his PS4 for nothing because the game has nothing in common with Breath of the Wild except for the cel-shaded art style.
Oh, okay. Hopefully Immortals Phoenix Rising will be good. Looks pretty good. But it is Ubisoft, so who knows. Whoa, that looked like an NPC ship that was landing. Did I just see an NPC ship land? That would be really cool if I finally found one. I don't see it now, though. I'd like to find an NPC on a planet. Finally check that out. I bought Valhalla, but I might go back to buy Immortals later. It was Valhalla, another Breath of the Wild. Sounds like there's a ton of Breath of the Wild clones. Of course, Legend of Zelda, everyone seems to compare games to Legend of Zelda games. It's kind of funny. I guess Legend of Zelda sets a lot of trends in game styles. Let's just use up the rest of my charts. And then we'll try a different star system. Well, let's deal with these pirates. Something to do. Whoa, it's a lot of pirates. Ah. Luckily I take them out really fast, but gotta be careful, not take too much fire. So glad they made it so that pirates drop shield recharge. Used to be you almost always had to recharge your shield during a battle, but now as long as you can kill fast enough, you recharge it by getting the loot. One of my combat frigates is helping me. Whoa, was that a... Oh yeah, it looked like a sentinel ship, but I think that's a ship from my frigate. Interesting that frigates use sentinel ships. Did I get him? Doesn't seem to tell you when you beat pirates anymore for some reason. I'm gonna scan this, see what kind of planet it is. It's a fungus planet. Shelter. Oh well, I'm almost out of charts, and I'll just leave this planet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not going to give me a Celestial Archive here for some reason. Seems to be a set number of types of buildings that charts give you in a star system or something. I don't know. I don't know how it works. I can usually get a Celestial Archive, but it's not working this time. I don't really care about getting the lore. I'm just going to get the navigation data. NPC, what Joe said something about NPCs that land. They show up as green ship icons on your visor. Oh, okay. So that's how I know that they'll show up. I know the common complaint is that combat in this game has no weight, but it's not the kind of game where that matters. Yeah, this is a survival exploration game, not really a combat game. Combat's there just to be there, but it's not the main focus of the game. Alright, last chart. If this one doesn't work, we'll leave to another star system. Planetary Archive, oh my gosh. Sometimes it takes forever, but it seems like it's always possible to get one eventually. Yay. Cool. That was cool. I didn't know you could land facing straight down at the landing pad. Okay, this will be Korvax lore entry number 6, I believe. Entities. The archive has been changed, distorted from its original purpose as a place of peace. The entries here hum with a distant corruption. Prior Empire... Oh no! This is a repeat. Dang, does that mean I've reached the end of the Korvax lore already? I didn't think there was only 5 entries. Or maybe they're random. I hope they're not random. That makes it a lot harder to get all of them. Darn it. I already got this entry. There's either there's either only 5 entries or the entries are random. Dang, I don't know. I guess I'll go ahead and start doing let's see, should I do Viking next or Gek? I'm gonna do Gek next. I'll save Viking for last since it's my favorite race.
Oh, I think one of the choices is bad, and the others lead to different lore. Oh.
Okay, I'll reload my save and see if you're right about that. Okay, I'm gonna try reloading and we'll try a different word and see if I get a different lore entry. That's good to know. So I wonder if... I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, that makes sense. Although I think I've chosen the same thing before and gotten different lore, so I don't know. We'll see. Alright, here we go. Let's try again. Okay, Let's try technology. See if we get different lore this time. Archive access granted. Good. No, it's the same. It's the anonymous flesh one. I'm gonna keep trying though and see. I'd kind of like to know what the bad one is, what the bad one does. Yeah, the laser beams are just for show, I think. They don't, like, stop you or anything. It would make sense if it only let Korvax in or something, but they don't do anything, as far as I know. Oh, cool. Alvix subscribed to me, I think. Thank you, Alvix. Oh yeah, I missed that. Thank you, Alvix, for subscribing. Alright, let's try. I'm going to try the top one because it looks like a bad one. We'll see if we get the bad possibility. Grant it again. It always seems to grant it. Of course, we still haven't tried the last one. Maybe unknown just means you don't know the password, and so that's a fail. Nope, it's the same lore entry. It may be procedural so that each building just has a specific lore entry. So in other words, it's kind of random. But one more time, I'm going to test this theory fully and choose the last word. It's kind of sad that they all pretty much work, but oh well. So it's not really a thing where I'm guessing the correct answer. I'm just making a choice. Pretty much the same as in the Derelict Freighters when you had to say what happened to the captain, and I thought that was like some kind of check, but in the end they all worked. I'm honestly considering buying YouTube Prime just to stop seeing those political ads everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Political ads. I bet the ones in New York are pretty bad. Well, maybe. Probably. I mean, they're all bad, but I'm in Kansas, so I got Kansas political ads. Alright, last try, then we'll forget this one. Yeah, if I don't get any more lore from this, I'm going to try doing the other races for a bit. See if I can get some new lore from there. Oh, everywhere. It's not unknown. Uh-oh, archive grant. Oh, you can just retry. If it denies you, it just gives you another chance. That's funny. Oh no. No, now it's just denying it. Okay, here we go. Now we're granted. So now we know what happens when you fail. Yep, it's the same anonymous flesh one. Cool. Okay, so we're gonna try some of the other races, see if we can get some new lore entries. I'll go back to Corvex eventually, but it looks like it's procedural what lore entry you get, so I'll have a higher chance of getting something new with Gek and Viking, because I haven't done as many of those. It's also possible that there is only 5 entries, but probably not. People on Atlas CSD said that there was a whole lot of entries in the language files, so probably not just 15, 5 for each.
Ooh, they fixed the archive exchange. You got a 1.5 item treasure for a 1.5 million treasure
for a 1k fossil. I'll have to try that as soon as I get a treasure again. If my yeah, like I said, frigate missions give artifacts, so I'll start exchanging my low worth artifacts at the buildings in hopes of getting them to be better.
PM says, when Play Music went down, I had to transfer my whole library to YouTube Music. Luckily, there was an easy click button on YouTube Music. Unfortunately, it looks like I'll need to subscribe to allow file downloading, even though some of my songs are from physical albums I already paid for.
Cool. Alright, let's go to a Gek system. Try to get more Gek lore. I don't want to just keep doing Corvax and not getting new stuff. So I really want a new lore entry per episode. So I'm going to have to hurry to find a new one in this episode. Here we go. Okay, Gek. Go there. I need to go buy more locator thingies. Use this chart, this last... Oh, nope, I used all mine up. Oh yeah, the last chart finally gave me a planetary archive, so... time to go get more. Uh-oh. Excuse me. All right. Thank you. Pillared planet. That's not what I'm doing right now. Need a minor settlement. Boo. Here we go. Scorched planet. See if there's anything interesting there. If I see fireberry trees again on a hot planet, I'm going to destroy a bunch of them, see if they ever drop fireberries. Since we found the honey stuff that drops honey, maybe there's other new assets that drop food. That would be cool. I hope so. Maybe it's only if they have one primary element. Then they have a hidden secondary element that can be a food item. Maybe. I'm just guessing. No, it looks like it's just the weird bone assets here. Gonna discover this place to get my navigation data back. Yeah, another minor settlement. Where is it? Different planet at least. Ooh, it's a swamp planet. One thing I wonder, and I wish was the case, was if you could plant Thesium and or Mordite outdoors on a swamp planet. That would be super cool if they allowed that, because it says Thesium with the plant icon, but we know that means that it's just a mineable resource. It would be really cool. I have swamp. I have two swamp planets with bases on them. One gives Mordite, one gives Thesium. I want to try that sometime, see if it'll let me plant Mordite or Thesium on the surface, outdoors. That would be a really cool touch. Imagine if they eventually made it so that so there's a planet for every type of base plant, that you can plant them outdoors. That would be super cool. Okay, we'll have to check out this planet a little bit. Mega worm? What? Did you see a mega worm? I don't see anything. Too bad these giant tree trunks aren't scannable. I say that every time I come to one of these planets. Oh, in your game. Oh, cool. Joe just found a sandworm. Someday I'll go and search that. Oh, cool. Oh, I thought those were robots. They're just Strider types. Someday I'll go in search of worms. Like, I guess basically what I'll do is I'll go to a planet that I suspect there's a sandworm on, and I'll just wander around that planet until one appears or until I give up. I don't know. Doesn't sound as fun, but someday I really want to find a sandworm. Oh, that one's a predator. It's after me, I think. Gotcha. What the? Oh, it was just far away. I thought it was a itty bitty. I thought it was a itty bitty puff plant. Wish there was some tell that told you that there's sandworms on a planet. And then I would spend more time on a planet to find it. Oh well, anyway. Oh yeah, I need to discover this building. I've got a bug, I think, where I'm hearing my ship landing noise after I landed. Planetary Archive, lucky. Didn't have to use as many this time. Alrighty then. But I know from the Korvax that there are at least 5 lore entries per race, so I'll keep doing Gek until I get 5 entries. Then if I keep getting repeats, I'll go on to Vy'keen. But I'm pretty sure there's more than 5 per race. What kind of building we got? Ah, it's just that kind again. I think there's one more type that I haven't seen yet. I think I saw a screenshot of a different type. Oh, there's some variants. It's got some things sticking out at the top. Apparently they're not all exactly the same. Each model has some variety to it. Okay, this will be the second Gek lore entry if I get a new one this time. Probably units. Units are things Gex like. Granted. The record is titled On the Classification of Gek. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. It appears to have been created by the Vy'keen and stolen by the Gek as part of a vast hack. Whoa, so this is actually Vy'keen lore about the Gek. There's a vast list of Gek ranks and types. I read a short segment. Sales Gek, concerned more with profit margins than kindred. Short, brutal lives on distant worlds and puny exchanges deserve death. So I get... oh, cool. So I can choose any type I want to read. The Toil Gek. Toil Gek. Laborers often serving Sales Gek, the lowest of the Gek classes. Potential for future rebellion. No, it stopped. Dang it, I want the other entries. Can I read it again? Hopefully? Yeah, good. It's giving me it again. Okay, good. Now I can choose Trade Envoy. Trade Envoy. Princes of the Gek, favored children of the lords. Only a few will survive to succeed their parents. Often entrusted with the construction of fleets. Recommended targets for indoctrination. Indoctrination. Okay. And we can read the last one. Gek Lords. I think it said. Yeah, Trade Lord. Trade Lord. Hold franchises over vast areas of space. Long-lived compared to other members of their species. Spawning thousands of young. Recommended targets for abduction. Cool. So that was some Vy'keen lore telling about the Gek. Alright. So I think I'm going to end this episode here. The YouTube. Oh, whoa, look at that. Oh my gosh, I never noticed this. There's like Gek holograms. These must be the holograms that it talked about in the like the derelict freighters. They talked about holograms being used, holograms that were like images of different species. I've never noticed that. That is so cool. Whoa. Haha. I'm gonna have to start looking around more on these buildings, see if there's cool stuff. But yeah, this is the end of the YouTube video, but the live stream will continue. Actually, I think I'll face that, because it's so interesting. I have been Mac. Thank you for joining me for a day. And remember, everything's going to be okay.